Welcome back to The Local Show, a service of Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts and Geddes Federal Savings and Loan. The Local Show, featuring conversations with business owners, employees, and local business leaders about their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in Central New York. The Local Show, locally produced by Zoey Advertising. Now, here are your hosts, Tom and Steve.
Welcome back and welcome in. You've got The Local Show right here on 570 WSYR 106.9 FM. Tom and Steve making it all happen and turning the knobs and flipping switches.
I don't do it. Tom, you don't let me turn the knobs and flip the switches.
And actually, I don't do as much of that anymore.
When I go to do it, you're like, don't touch that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's hard enough just having you sit there. But it's a great pleasure of ours to bring back on the show Troy Waffner. He is the CEO of the SPCA. How are you there, Troy?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good.
Doing all right. I've got, Troy, you and I were talking before the show, and Tom doesn't know it. But now, so what I understand is you take trade-ins on Beagles. Because Tom's got one. It's high mileage. Is it true you take a trade-in?
We'd take a look at it, absolutely. We're like Billy Fusillo. We'll trade anything.
Right, yeah. Now, Mikey was nice in his prime.
So was I.
Yeah, right. I guess we all were.
Late model now.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, those Beagles, I'll tell you what. He's just, they get so heavy. And it's a lot like me. It really is. He's mirroring me, and I don't like that. But you got a bunch of Beagles in there not too long ago. You were in the news.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago, we were investigating a cruelty case out in Oneida County, and we went in. We arrested the person for unsanitary. I mean, she fed the dogs, which is good. But
the SPCA can arrest people?
Believe it or not, I can't.
Right.
Yes, we can.
No kidding.
As the CEO, do you actually go out on these things?
I did go out with them to get the dogs. We showed up. It was like a double-wide trailer. The woman said, I think I have 40 Beagles in
Oh, my goodness.
Well, we got them all rounded up finally, including two litters of puppies. There ended up being 61 Beagles.
Oh, my gosh.
Along with 4 pregnant mothers and 2 litters. And she knew who the mothers were. She didn't know who the puppies belonged to. So we just put them all in a room together.
The mothers were dogs, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes. And they're co-parenting right now. It seems to be going well. So.
Oh, my goodness. That's we all go, wow, but it's sad.
Who would do that?
Well, someone that's struggling.
Has the time?
It's not that. It's someone that has a big heart that's struggling and it gets away from them. Is that fair?
That's exactly what this was. She wasn't breeding them to sell. She started out with probably 2 or 4 or 6. She couldn't get them spayed or neutered. They kept reproducing. You end up at some point you become overwhelmed. It overwhelms everything in you. You don't know what to do. She didn't open her door. She didn't let them outside because she didn't want the neighbors to know about them. But she did have a big heart. I mean, she fed them. She did not abuse them in the traditional sense.
Right.
She just couldn't take care of them anymore.
Yeah, so you have some dogs for rent or sale, I guess, over here?
We have a lot of dogs. We have 61 Beagles. And then, of course, we just took in a litter of Labradoodles. Plus the dogs we have anyways. The dogs who come and go as part of dog control and other cruelty cases.
Yeah.
So, we're
How old are the Labradoodles?
Oh. Go ahead.
Well, how old are the Labradoodles?
They're probably about 4 days at this point.
Oh, no kidding. That young.
They were brought to us on the day they were born.
Oh, good golly. Days. Now, are they ready to be adopted? Or?
No animal leaves the shelter until it's been spayed or neutered.
Okay.
So it's they have to be 8 or 10 weeks before they hit that point.
So a while, another month.
Yeah, but we was 3 of the mothers, 3 of the 4 Beagles that were pregnant have given birth now. We're waiting on 1 more, so...
Good golly. So you got a lot of Beagles that are ready to go.
You got a lot of Beagles.
Beagle's a popular dog.
People they are. Beagles. I mean, like I say, Mikey was nice when he was younger. Now it's just an old curmudgeon.
How much does he eat, Tom?
Well, I very much limit him, but he doesn't stop licking the floor and sniffing. And, it doesn't matter what you do. You drop a crumb and he just runs into the other room.
But you're right. Beagles are good dogs. They're good family dogs. They're the right size. They will get fat if you let them. And they have that bark that the neighbors probably don't like.
Oh, my goodness.
I like they're the ones that howl at a fire whistle, right?
Yeah, well, they do everything. Yeah. Now, Mikey doesn't do that, but when they do bark, it's not like rough. It's so
now we've got
sounds like they're in pain.
We've got our son's dog temporarily. Yes. So we've got a Labrador with Zoey. But the Labrador has a bark collar, and I don't know if people maybe have different feelings about it. So when he barks, he's reminded not to bark. But the thing in there that's a little weird, but Zoey loves it. If Zoey barks, his goes off. So Zoey has quickly become the 13-year-old alpha dog. So if the puppy kind of gets into Zoey's face, Zoey goes, the dog goes, and then, so it actually has worked pretty well. What's the process of adopting a pet?
So the process is there's an application. You can do it online. You can come to the office. It's a pretty basic application. We ask about, do you own your home? Do you rent? If you rent, we get your landlord's approval, make sure that he allows it. And then we check with your veterinarian, and we make sure the animals you currently have are up to date in terms of their vaccinations. Other than that, you can come in. It's a fairly easy process. Most people pass. And then you can adopt a dog. You can meet the dogs face to face. You can get a feel for them all.
Very nice.
So can people just wander over and go, hey, can I look at the dogs? I mean, is that a thing? Or do you have to be through a process before you can do that?
People come in to see the rabbits, the guinea pigs, the cats, the dogs. The thing is, until you have an approved application, other than seeing them in their kennel, we don't take them out for you to meet them. But you can't play with them and stuff. But as soon as you have an approved application, you can come in and play with them.
Okay, so when is that? What are the hours? When can someone do that?
Our hours are 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Saturday. And like I said, you're better off just filling the application out online, because then we get it all approved.
You don't have to get one if you fill an application. No. You signed up for a dog.
And we get a lot of people who probably put in multiple applications to multiple agencies looking for the dog they want. We hold them for 3 months in case he comes.
So the SPCA and people that have been around a while hasn't moved in forever, right?
Since 1955.
On Malloy Road, right near Thompson?
Right between Thompson and Town Line.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you can stop in there. We haven't moved. We're not moving as far as I know.
Yeah, right.
It's not like you don't know anybody there.
Well, I mean, and this is kind of a rare thing where you have a glut of really adoptable type animals.
Absolutely. A lot of people come in looking for small dogs. We take in strays and stuff. We get a lot of pit bulls, which are wonderful dogs too, but a lot of people want the smaller breeds. And this is great because it provides them with what they're looking for.
So when is Beagle Fest?
So you could actually sign up for one and be ready for Christmas. This could be like, a nice Christmas present.
If you should get a dog for Christmas. Yeah. Do people hey, what a great idea. We'll get a dog for Christmas, and it wasn't a great idea?
Oh yeah, no, we get returns, and we always tell people, if you get the dog home and for whatever reason you decide you don't want it or it doesn't work out, bring it back to us. I mean, there's no charge to bring it back to us, and we'll take it back in and work with it and get it readopted. Yeah. And we don't allow people to give animals for gifts.
Okay. Anything new and big on the horizon for the SPCA?
There isn't. We're starting to look at some things planning out next year. I mean, eventually we either need to do a mass modernization of the facility, or really probably the better bet is just start looking at building a new facility out there. It's cheaper these days. The other thing is, that we have the biggest call for and you see it with the 61 Beagles, are low-cost spay and neuter programs and vaccination programs. A lot of folks own animals, and you know what? They don't have the money to necessarily get them spayed or neutered. So we're looking at kind of expanding on that.
What's the general cost of that?
For us, it would probably be around $200 if we did. I'm told if you go to a vet these days, it's $500 or $600.
Wow.
Okay. Are you still looking for dog walkers like Tom that can get his exercise and walk dogs?
We always look for dog walkers. They are fantastic.
So they can go to CNY SPCA and sign up. So they just can schedule it and walk dogs?
Oh, yeah. They just show up. I think it's between 10 and 3 every day, and they can walk the dogs they want to walk and get them out. And
how about volunteers? Do you look for volunteers?
We always look for volunteers to do everything
internally.
From social media to working the front desk to walking dogs to cleaning kennels, whatever you want to do.
Excellent. I volunteer Steve.
Well, we'd have to do a background check.
Oh, yeah. He crosses that off.
Well, Troy Waffner, thank you so much for all you do and all your staff does over there. Really, we appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay. Steve, that's going to wrap up the local show, so you can go walk your Labrador
I am going to be doing some fishing this weekend, Tom, so I'll have some pictures for you early next week of some walleye that are currently in the lake, but are going to be in my freezer.
That would be excellent. All right. On behalf of the local show, Zoey Advertising, and Tom and Steve, God bless you and your families. Take a walk today and every day with a family member or a friend. It keeps the weight down and the mind clear. The local show is heard every Saturday morning from 11 to 1, and then again on Sunday morning from 7 to 9. Listen together with a friend. Until next week, get down to business and keep doing business locally. Tell your friends about the local show right here on 570 WSYR, 106.9 FM, the iHeart Radio app, and on YouTube at Zoey Advertising 3809.